the chamber, please join. This chamber is taking a whole new avenue. I mean, we've got so much energy on our board now. It's amazing. Since January, when I was elected president, the energy is amazing. And if you're not a board member, a chamber member, we have brochures at the front. There's a QR code that you can scan to join. We'd love to have you as members, and have a good time, enjoy the desserts.
Thank you so much. Phil Kramer is also at everything that we have in town here, and he works very closely with the media and does a great job. Just the other day, he dedicated a road in Franklin to one of my youngsters who were killed there. And so this man really has his hands in the life of Franklin, and so much so that he really depends on the reporter to make sure we get all this facts straight. Here's the man. Give him a big round of applause.
I want to thank Bill and PJ for what they've done to the town. They've taught us a new way to spell the word "the." T-E-H. And it used to be like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to do a ribbon cutting. Now it's 10 minutes to do a ribbon cutting.
Oh, that was funny.
15 minutes for Bill to set up his equipment. 5 minutes for PJ to tell him how to reset up his equipment. 2 minutes for them to argue, and then the end. But in all seriousness, you have made me step up, and the rest of the council step up, and the Board of Ed step up. People need to know things. You're out there telling us things. Sometimes I miss an event, and I can watch it because you've been there and you've live cast it, and I watch it on Facebook. So you are a benefit to the town in the way that the founders of this country asked for. So thank you for that.
You know, he and I just helped out the Little League, and especially he was just wonderful. And the reporter was right with us every step of the way. But this guy is, wherever there's a need in Franklin, there's Deputy Mayor Brown. Thank you very much.
Franklin Reporter is a must-know fixture in town. They have been doing such a wonderful job. I'm auditioning for the next Man of the Year award.
Maybe you won't.
They're making an impact at PJ. But anyway, I think they keep us honest. They report all the facts, and they do a very incisive analysis of our policies, our ordinances, explain them to the people. A lot of times I don't read the ordinance, I just read his report. And that's a fact. But anyway, I wish you all the best for many more years to come. 10 years is a terrific achievement. I was driving with Gary. I was telling him the days of all the print newspapers have gone out of business. I think you have found a way to sustain your model through the social media and once in a month the digest and the emails, and it's fantastic. Keep up the great work and all that work. PJ is a great singer, right? I hear her all the time. And one thing that you guys do well, wherever I travel quite a bit internationally, a few vacations here and there. I can tune to Facebook Live wherever I am, and I still catch Franklin News. It's a great job. Big round of applause.
We have a lot of churches and houses of worship in Franklin, and Alex Perazzi is with us tonight, who's the chair of the Interfaith Council, and he does a great job networking the churches. So I just want him to talk for a minute about the impact of the report.
Thank you very much. We have actually about 72 houses of worship in our township, believe it or not.
Really?
But I really know both PJ and Bill, not only through their interaction with various interfaith activities, but through Martin Luther King Foundation, through different activities activities that they have been in vigils and you name it, they are there. And I was so thrilled that, in fact, they elected or selected me as a Man of the Year a few years back, and I'm really thankful for that, Bill. But I really call them friends. And whenever I need something, if there's an event happening in the township, I can call them and they will be there. And we really appreciate that. There are 2 of them, but really there are much too many. Maybe there are 10 of them, so they're everywhere. And Bill and PJ, congratulations. Best of wishes. You always will be a friend of this town. And we've seen you in council meetings, human relations meetings, and everywhere. And we thank you for basically 24/7 support of activities in this township. And I tell you what, in the morning when I wake up, the first thing I look is the email from you. And honestly, if it's not there, a few days there, if you didn't get it, I called you, I left a message, so we missed that. So thank you again. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have some great schools in Franklin Township, and this lady who I'm going to introduce, our board president, is at more things than I think the reporters at, or at least they ride saddle together because they're always there. Nancy LaCourt's great public servant and really appreciates the reporter. Nancy, come on up to say a few words.
Okay, so I guess we're saying this to PJ and Bill, but to everybody else. You've always been there whenever we've had an event. When you show up at board event meetings, you report what's going on in the schools accurately. You show up at events in the community, highlighting all of the wonderful things that are going on in the community itself, much less some of, because we have a lot going on in the schools. And we thank you so much for sharing all of the wonderful things that Franklin Township Public Schools have to offer. So, happy anniversary.
Happy
I didn't
birthday.
know what to get, like, for, 10-year anniversary for, I think it might be paper, which would be really weird. So,
We went for the gold.
so congratulations and thank you.
Our Franklin Food Bank runs through everybody's veins in this town. It's the centerpiece of humanity. The outreach, the passion of what we do there is incredible. Our executive director is incredible, a man of great vision and few words. Derek Smith. Hi, Derek.
Thank you. I will keep it brief. Congratulations to PJ and Bill, 10th anniversary. I think I was on the job for about a week. We did a ribbon cutting at the Franklin Food Bank, and I had the pleasure of meeting PJ and Bill. And from day one, I could tell that you are sincere and compassionate about the work that you do and about this incredible town that we live in. I'm a big supporter of local media, and I think you represent that passion, that drive, and the talent that's required to keep local media alive. In order for Franklin Food Bank to be able to reach every corner of Franklin Township, it requires people to spread the word. And I think we have an incredible example of folks that spread the word, the good word, across this township over and over again. You are friends of the Franklin Food Bank. We care about you deeply. We need you to support the work that we do. And it's an honor and a privilege to celebrate 10 years with you guys here tonight. So thank you so much.
PJ sometimes takes projects on her own and makes them her own mission. And most recently, she hooked up with Chance to Dance, is a new business on 27 by Great Locks, by Confectionery Yours and all that, that gives opportunity to people who have limited abilities, more abilities with dance and So I know you're here just to represent them and express your appreciation for what PJ personally is doing to help launch your program. So we thank you. I just can't have everybody speak. We have members tonight of the various boards in the township, planning boards, environmental commission, all the different movers and shakers in Franklin. Many of them are here this evening. Gary Rosenthal, I'm going to give you the mic real quick. Gary is the chair of the Human Resources, or Human Relations, not Human Resources, that's when you hire people, Human Relations Commission.
Thank you, Bill. As I was telling Ron on the way here, I've been in this community with Bill since 1969, and at that time we had two local newspapers. The Somerset Spectator was the one, and the other one, Bill, was the Franklin News Record or something. And I can tell you that they were with us for a long, long time, but then they left us, and we needed a local newspaper. And I also, as I get up every morning, I look at my email, and there's a newspaper. And when it wasn't being published, I contacted Bill that time, and he was able to correct the error. So on behalf of the HRC, on behalf of Franklin Township, on behalf of the zoning board, happy birthday.
So I'm just going to ask one business, there's so many businesses here, but Frank owns one of the oldest businesses in Franklin. The rest is car service on the corner of Amwell and Cedar Grove, and is involved with many, many fundraisers that he depends on, the Reporter and the Advocate. But I just wanted Frank to say a few words. I know you're an actor now, but...
Well, thank you. Yeah, so I started this, 41 years ago, the only unsolved murder in Franklin Township, a 15-year-old girl. I took the Police Citizen Academy course, and it reminded me, of course I've been here my whole life, so this was really passionate to me, and got together with the Franklin Reporter, and they advertised it. You know, we had a little reward. And from there, it snowballed into someone calling me and saying, you know, there's a play written about that. And I got to stop now and tell you that, so we had to play at the Villagers, and the Villagers wouldn't be there if it wasn't for Bill, because I seen him practically build it with his hands, him and his best friend. So, having said that, I have to thank you guys, because this weekend we raised another $2,000, so now we're at like $4,400. That's all for the Franklin service. So normally I don't like news, because you know, it's always bad news, right? Newspapers and so forth. So, you know, this is really something great, and you guys are great too. So thank you very much.
Oh, good job. So before I introduce the couple of the year here, I just want you to think for a moment. I see Terry Sedgwick here, who's done hundreds of plays in town, and you know, I'm a fundraiser, and there's other fundraisers in the room. But just think for a minute, how many hundreds of thousands of dollars were generated in philanthropic money because of this media outlet. Just think about the impact of them for one minute. When they go to the press, when they go online, when they do PJ Live, I mean, it's like Oprah already. I mean, there's so many views, it's just incredible. We're here tonight taking a few minutes to really edify and honor this business. I know the desserts look good, you're going to get to them in a minute, but that's the reason why we took this 20 minutes or so, to just edify these people for the impact they've had on Franklin Town. Not all businesses do this. We, Derek and I, and Allie O'Brien, who's a master fundraiser, you know, we see people give money, and we see people give nothing. And these people give everything. That's the difference. They don't count the hours or anything. I don't know where we would be with our philanthropic efforts if it wasn't for them. And all of our efforts, political efforts, voter turnout, whatever it might be. They're really in the heartbeat of Franklin. Ladies and gentlemen, the couple of the hour, PJ Parker and Bill Coleman.
He's a hard act to follow. I have to admit that I was so overwhelmed by the second part. There's always plan B at some point to recreate a vision of our 8 villages under one umbrella, which comprises Franklin Township. And from day one, there were things that, as a community, we all had to overcome. There were negative aspects, and there still will always be negative aspects of everything. But it was our mission from day one to honor what is excellent, to honor what is honorable, to bring the truth to our community, and to always bring Franklin to Franklin. And whether it is every organization in this community, we get excited about, oh, they're doing this, oh God, how are we going to get this done? Oh my God. But somehow, we managed to get there. The food bank, the animal shelter, the political organizations, the arts, the legal professions, the religious organizations, people like Frank Resta, who is determined to find the killers of this young girl. An unsolved mystery from 41 years ago. And I must say, Frank, you're an amazing actor. And just so many wonderful faces here, so many people who we've been blessed to know and to get to know even more so, not just on a community level, but people who welcomed us into their homes, who honored us by reading our products, which started pretty much, and we'll let Bill talk about how Bill began. We feel like we're giving you as much as can be given. And if you think of something else that we need to give, we really would like to hear about it. Because we started with a vision, it became digital, and then all of a sudden, we also had a daily email blast. Then we also came upon an idea, not our own, when some people came to us and said, you know, we love your news, but we don't have and don't want computers. Oh, okay, well. And so the monthly digest was born. And against several odds, print is dead. Well, no, print is not dead. There's something lovely about being able to turn a page. It takes you out of your work zone. It takes you out of Zoom. And we all have had so much Zoom that I think it's nice to just sit down with something to turn a page. But there's just so much that comes to mind from the Black Lives Matter was so extraordinary for this community. It was an opportunity for people to gather, to be angry, but to be citizens, to do something honorable, and still get the point across. Every food bank event is stellar in that the needs are being met of all of our neighbors who are in need, and we can't ever forget that that is at the heart of what we do. We address the needs, and then the needs become less needy, or so we hope. There's just so much to talk about. I mean, from the arts, from sports, from the girls' basketball team when they just cleaned up that year. Every single game, totally undefeated season. It was just extraordinary. And it's such a good time watching them in their joy, in their zeal, in their excellence. Just take home the gold. And just so many others. We actually started to write down, what's happened in 10 years? Oh my God, there are too many pictures. But we are just blessed and honored by this tribute today from all of you. That I'm kind of speechless. That's a rarity. But again, people we honor as friends. Mayor Kramer, Millard Kramer. Again, Frank Resta, Gary Rosenthal, our friend Bill, Terry Seggio, so many faces, Nick DiMaglio, who really, really stepped up to make this event happen. He and Bill Brickell just stood behind us and said, yes, let's do this. Not last but not least, certainly, we have this very handsome young man, Justin Ray Brown, who is a brilliant pianist. And his parents, Monica and Elvis Brown, they're hiding back there. And his sister, Serena Brown, are here. They are wonderful parts of our community. And I've known all of them since Serena and Justin were not even thoughts yet. And Justin has just blossomed into just an incredible musician. Serena's had a radio show, majoring in Japanese and journalism and doing all sorts of things. I'm probably getting it wrong, Serena, I'm sorry. But just, there's so many people that those reports, and from Janelle, who at Somerset. We have Peter at Davis Jewelers, our new friends, Ed Kronk, Chance to Dance, who represents opportunities for adults and children with special needs to develop their creativity. There is so much opportunity to interact with this organization in this community. It struck my heart as let's talk about this. So I don't know what to say anymore. I could be here another hour and just keep expounding on how blessed I feel to be a part of this community, to have the opportunity to bring you Franklin, to talk about Franklin, to know about Franklin, to meet Franklin, to feel Franklin. So thank you.
How do you follow that? I just want to say thank you for your support over the past 10 years. Thanks for subscribing, those of you who subscribe. Thanks for advertising, those of you who advertise. Support our advertisers, please. You can be ready for Franklin Reporter. And I just want to be genuinely thankful. And enjoy the service.
Well, you guys wait here because you got to light the candles.
We're going to sing Happy Birthday.
Bill Bowman has seen so many basketballs thrown at Franklin High School and on the road that he could literally step in and play center for the basketball. I mean, the guy has been in every game, at every sport. This is just incredible. So what we're going to do now is someone have a match. I know nobody smokes, but we need a match. And they're going to light the cake. We're going to come up here. And I don't know if you play Happy Birthday on that thing or not, Justin, but, you know, oh, there you go. I hope you don't smoke. You just okay, come on over here, light it. Yeah. Yeah, and if we could have the board members come up. Peter Stramanidis from Guinness Jewelers, Everin Seacek, Nick DiMaglio. Who else is on the board of the chamber? Faye, come on up, and I think that's it. Oh, before we start, I'm going to thank Ab. Oh, and PJ's on the board. You're going to like the thing. PJ's on the board. But you know, I live here. This is the best place in Franklin to live. If you know anybody who wants to rent, have them go through me, because then I get a kickback. Not really. What I get is a blessing. I can use the pool on off hours. But anyway, we want to thank the AVE people, AVE. Brooke, one of the managers, has been so generous to the Chamber of Commerce. Just amazing people. So thank you so much. So, PJ and Bill behind the cake. Peter, get behind the cake, and you guys can get back there. We'll do this. Terry Central, where'd you go? What you know how to sing? Guess not. Oh, PJ, you know how to sing. That's what I'll sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear come on up. PJ will cut the cake. My godmother used to say that the birthday girl has to, the boy has to cut the cake and take the first piece. That's the Italian tradition. So we're going to do that. You guys do this. Guys, come on up and get some dessert.
Last thing I need is some sugar.
And not in order of importance necessarily, but rather they are very lovely cakes and these fabulous looking pretzels around and the rest of the
What's your conference?
looking things, including our local cake. You have to see it, see it, but we'll mess it up. And we're
Is it at the same time?
right here, all from BAM
They're going to
Research.
cut you in half.
And the balloons from Posh Pretty Balloons, Munchies Anderson, and the mother Nikki Jones made those happen. So we thank them for helping us make this emergency party.
Now, is she running for council? No, is she running? I think she. I know she has I don't know much about it. You know, well, I promise that's the one that's going to be the toughest. Just now, you're hiding back there. You work in the city?
Folks, there's coffee and water in the kitchen right behind us. So help yourself. Water and coffee in the kitchen.
Meetings about the warehouse.
I know this
from other people. And take those things into consideration because they want a rounded person. And when my understanding is now that a school is a regular class, I want that class to they want it to be just very diverse class. I went through that process like 5 years ago. It was basically the SATs and what your basically your GPA was. Yeah, I think I had to do an essay. I see there's so much competition, especially.
Shipper's here, I didn't know you were here. You missed all the speeches.
That's okay, I'm sure you guys covered it all.
Yeah, they covered it.
Hi, Peter, how are you? I always see your trips to Greece, and I'm like, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna go out there.
You don't know what you're missing.
I know. It's new.
There's so many islands. Did you see yachts floating?
No, but people are going to that, what is that, Santorini or something? What is that one place, that tourist, that one place in Greece? What's it called?
Which place? Santorini.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
We didn't go to Santorini.
But that's like a tourist, like everyone's going there.
Yeah, Santorini and Mykonos are the two most commercial. There's so many islands, beautiful. I don't know if you see the picture.